All right. You ready to go?
Let's rock.
Let's rock. Let's rock. Hello and welcome everyone to Super Gamekast. It's a podcast about the video game industry. Here's your hosts, Bronson Fiore.
What is up, everybody? It is the lovely day of August 6, 2023, and I'm your host, Bronson Fiore, joined by the always awesome Aaron Reynolds.
Always awesome. Always feeling good. Always with coffee.
Yes. Cheers to that, friend.
Yeah.
Oh God. I actually found a way to get out of making coffee before work, at least during the hotter months.
Okay.
And that's just buy those pre-made giant bottles of the Starbucks like iced coffee.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
Like that was the, it was like, fuck, I hate making this because I hate doing anything in the morning before work. Like, I'm basically shower and go out the door.
Yep.
And then I don't like work coffee because it tastes terrible. So I kind of had to find a healthy, or not a healthy, but a better way. And at least until the weather gets fucking freezing cold, this is my better way.
If it works, it works. I'm sitting here in the summer, shades drawn and the fan going, waiting for this coffee to cool down. So I think you've got a better setup.
Yeah, man. Like, I think it's like $6 for a 40-ounce bottle. So,
okay. All right.
Well, that's not bad. It's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Considering this alone was like $5.90.
Well, yeah, compared to that. Oh God.
Yeah.
Through that.
So,
who else is joining us on this podcast?
our mod mommy, wielder of the band hammer, Emily Holslander.
What's up, my nerds?
She chooses violence every day.
Always.
Just about.
And then finally, we have our HR ninja with a really hype shirt.
Oh yeah, it's
Jesse
sick.
Hewitt.
It's sick. It's sure just sick.
Right.
What is that?
That's Legend of Zelda, right?
That's
Yeah, it's
Majora's Mask.
You can see the mask on the
got it.
sides. He's got the Fierce
Epic!
Deity mask down here. Yeah, it's a sick.
So
It's a sick
epic.
shirt. Also, I'm
Man.
watching Marvel.
God damn,
So
that's epic.
And he's watching Marvel.
Damn, it's a shame that Smash can't be at Evo anymore. Real bummer.
Soul Calibur 2. I'm just saying. I just full disclosure, this is being recorded during what, the final day of Evo?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So today we've got Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Tekken 7, Guilty Gear Strive, and Street Fighter 6 Top 6.
Damn.
So we expect some announcements live while we are doing the show today.
Yeah, as long as one of us has a window open for that, we'll be
Jesse
golden.
will.
I'm on it.
Okay,
Yep.
cool, good. Thank you for your service.
I'm partially on it, but I'm mainly here for the Chipotle ads, apparently.
I heard you could like text a number and get a free thing from Chipotle. Is that true?
So
Yep.
you can do that. You can also, if you get Chipotle and use code, I think it's Hadouken236, you can get 250 fighter coins for Street Fighter 6,
That's okay.
which is almost enough for the battle pass.
It's almost worth
Okay.
it. Yeah, whatever. If you're getting Chipotle anyway.
Yeah. Chipotle's pretty good. It's decent.
I have been craving it all weekend.
I had Chipotle recently, and it is good. It's a matter of, am I going somewhere where the Chipotle is? Am I going up to the Northgate Theater, and can I like walk by the Chipotle that's over there at the mall?
I think.
Is it still there? I thought it was closed.
I mean, I ate there a few months ago.
Yeah, but that's also a few months ago. Things can
Damn.
happen between then and now.
There are a lot of things that could happen. I don't know.
I think
they're doing okay.
Jesse, we got the Chipotle on the south end of town, the north end, the one by the In-N-Out near downtown, and then the one by McQueen. Are there any others?
There's one in like by Legends. It's like 2 blocks from where I live.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah. So if I really want a Chipotle, it's easy to get.
They also deliver. You do know
They
that,
do.
right?
Yeah,
They do deliver.
Yeah.
But my apartment complex is a labyrinth. And I can't tell you how many times I've ordered something and been like, okay, hold on, let me go find you. Because you
Yeah.
can't follow the directions and go down this hallway, turn right, go down this hallway, turn right, go down this hallway, turn left. And there's my door.
What the?
Answer these riddles 3.
Right.
Yeah.
No, my apartment building does a mix up on people. So like you go to the elevator, it's like one goes up without needing a fob, one doesn't. So just better pick correctly, or else you're not getting
Good
up
luck.
here. Great, cool.
Well, ain't that some shit?
Your
Yeah,
apartment ends
and
in a 5, but these start at 40. Where do I go?
Yeah, and I always complained about delivery at my house. Like it was, I don't know what is so hard about the instructions. Like white corner on the house with red roof, big empty lot, where people still somehow deliver it to my neighbor.
Big empty dead yard, or is it still dead?
Yep. It's mostly dead except for the very front.
And that's just how I've always seen your yard, and it's like, especially with all the construction that's probably been going on around there to like, you know, raise rent around there. Like yours has been a
Mhm.
constant, the constant reminder of old Reno. I feel like at some point there's just no excuse. Those trees can sometimes hide that house if you're just going by. Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
Games.
now that we're all about to go be doxxed,
Yeah, you know, take a
that's all.
guess. Give this description to some geomapper VTuber or not. You know, they'll figure it out.
Time to move.
Yes.
Yep.
I just moved, you assholes.
We
Oh,
didn't say anything about your house. You're all right.
By the time they figure it out, you'll be moving again. It's all right.
Yeah,
probably.
there you go. Yeah. So, hey, video games, they're happening.
They are happening.
Yeah.
They are.
They seem to continue to happen. It's been kind of wild this year.
Yeah, no, this year is the best year in a long time.
Yeah.
As for news, though, let's talk about the future.
Oh no.
Like future consoles.
Oh shit.
Soon.
Apparently, development kits for Nintendo's new console are now with key partner studios, and they are planning to launch it late next year.
What?
Yep.
Switch 2?
Switch 2.
Yeah, they have to. Okay, this is the real. I'm so excited for this specifically because these motherfuckers made the biggest mistake of their lives the last time they tried to capitalize on a hit console. So, what are you gonna name it? I want to know.
Switch you.
Switch you.
Switch add-on. It's a brand new console.
Switch me.
That's-
Switch me.
Switch me. Jesus.
Switch
Oh my God.
1.5.
Just don't. I want to see them either. I want to see them go super safe. Like you cannot mistake this. Like
Super Switch.
Super
Switch, yeah.
There you go.
Super Switch.
Do you think people nowadays like would miss that?
No, I think I like.
You think they'd be able to Super Nintendo Switch?
There you go.
Like just name it that.
Yeah.
I get behind
If you
that.
want to be really safe, Switch 2.
Exactly. That's the funny thing. So the right
Mhm.
move is what Nintendo has the right to do, which is add Super Nintendo to like the next iteration.
Yep.
But
They could do Super Nintendo Entertainment Switch, and then you got another SNES on your hands.
There you go.
That's
Okay,
true.
there it is.
That's right.
Nintendo, pay this man.
Oh.
Jesse, moving over to Nintendo's marketing department, we see.
But I want to see. So they either do that or they do Switch 2, and like everyone just throws their hands up in the air and says, "Fuck it, Switch 2. It's the second one of those. It doesn't even do Switch
Go.
stuff. Like we're not even switching the controllers around, but we need to make sure you guys know what this is."
Some other details about it
Yes.
came along with this. Besides the 2024 release date, which they're apparently doing to avoid stocking issues that
Mhm.
console have had the past 2 years.
Huh.
Yep.
Yeah, they're giving it a full year of production and lead time. They think this thing's
Nice.
going to be big.
Okay.
It's going to have a portable mode like the Switch. It is going to
Mhm.
launch with an LCD screen instead of an OLED to bring costs down.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
Okay. Hmm.
And it's going to use cartridges. I would just like to say, guys, like LCD screens can still look good.
It can,
Let's,
but OLED screens look so much better.
except when you're in a place that's super, super bright. That is something
Yeah.
to consider.
You're
Well, I
not
don't know.
wrong on that one.
I'm not playing video games outside, so I don't know what grass feels like.
That's
be honest.
rough.
I don't know. I occasionally like play it in my bright room or my girlfriend's super bright room.
Mhm.
So it has its benefits. And it can still look good. So it's not the end of the world. Plus, how are they going to do
launch
Switch
LCD?
to OLED?
Yeah, I'm still gonna go. And the best thing about like Nintendo consoles when they come out is that they're like infinitely hackable. So like, despite owning an OLED model, I still have my day one Switch
Yeah.
because it is just so hackable.
What do we have any more details on this?
That's it. That's all we have for now.
Okay.
I have such a narrow wish list for this system.
Okay.
Okay. So it's like backwards compatible,
Mm,
more power,
mm,
carry my digital library over.
mm.
That's it. That's the wish list.
Man, I wish you the best.
Which
Uh,
I feel like one of those can get done if you like transfer your information from your original Switch over to the next one. That should carry over all of your digital.
you would fucking hope.
You would
Yeah, they
hope.
they
You
said
would think.
they
and
said
you
they're
would
going to
hope.
use the Nintendo ID as like a mechanism to transfer stuff over. So
Yeah.
maybe that means
Not out of the
use your
realm of
digital
possibility?
library.
So
But this
I'm
is
not
also
sure if
Nintendo.
y'all had a Wii and moved to the Wii U, but they did have a transfer process.
Yes.
They did.
They did.
Where you hooked them both up at the same time, and then a bunch of Pikmin carried all your
Carried stuff
from
over.
from your Wii to your Wii U.
Yep.
It was the
It was
cutest thing in
really
the world, and I loved
adorable.
it.
And then you would just boot the Wii U into Wii mode to play all your virtual console games.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then you moved from Wii U to Switch.
And all that shit went in the trash.
Good luck. Good luck. They really wanted people to forget about the Wii U. Huh?
They did. They
Pretty much,
really
yeah.
fucking did.
Make them forget the Wii U and know that people are going to pay Nintendo that money anyway. So
Yep.
I mean, my one wish list item for this console is already dashed, so I can only go up from here.
What is it?
What was
With
the
an
one?
OLED screen. With an
OLED
OLED screen.
Oh.
Really? You don't want backwards compatibility? Like that's
I have a Switch.
yes, I don't want to have more shit hooked up in my house. I want to get rid of the old shit.
I'm never gonna play all the games that I bought for this
Dude,
Switch.
I have a closet of old consoles because these bastards keep
Yeah.
not doing backwards compatibility or doing half backwards compatibility.
That's a good point.
I just don't have faith
You
they'll
haven't-
do it.
Do you know how many goddamn PS3 games are sitting on a shelf in this house?
Uh-huh.
A lot.
You know, like god
Oh.
damn it.
It would be nice if they embraced it. In the year 2023, you would think there would be more motivation and momentum than ever to say like, hey guys, we need to create some backwards compatibility because we are losing like history. There are a lot of video games that cannot be played anymore, and that sucks.
Not just history, it also attaches you to that platform.
Sure.
Yep.
Yes.
Like it attaches you to that platform, so you don't need to worry. You don't need to have that problem where like, oh well, new generation, super hard reset, so they could possibly go buy a fucking PlayStation or an Xbox. No, it's just like, oh, of course I'm gonna buy the next Nintendo console because it plays the several $100 of Nintendo games I paid for.
Yeah. It's what Phil Spencer was complaining about when it came to Xbox's woes. It's like
Mhm.
they started doing backwards compatibility right when the momentum shifted away from us, and so everyone got their stuff. This also highlights, how Nintendo is kind of removed from that console war mentality, because it really doesn't matter what they do. They're Nintendo.
Their shit will sell.
Their shit will sell. They got Mario, they got Zelda, they got Mario Kart, they got Smash Bros.
So I just, out of curiosity, I looked up how many games I have on my Switch.
Uh-huh.
It is by far my biggest Nintendo library.
Okay.
I have
How many I have?
60 Switch games.
Jesus. What are you doing?
Damn.
I played a lot on the Switch, bro.
I mean,
That many?
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
bunch of great games on the Switch.
there's a bunch.
I'm sure,
You should
but
just go to like all software and count those up.
Yeah. So there's 6 in each row, and then I counted each row and then multiplied. So
I got No More Heroes games on there specifically because they were gonna have No More Heroes 3 over there to start. And then I got a number of Pokemon games.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this. Is it? All right, go on, bro. Let's hear it.
I want to hear this.
102.
What?
Double.
Yep.
Over
Yep.
double.
Yeah, you can't like. Oh, it does focus. Okay. I mean, like, it's just
Good lord.
we get
There's
rid of
a
like
lot
the
of good
classic
games on the
console
Switch.
stuff.
I know, but I just don't game there very much.
I don't either.
okay,
I dump them onto my PC,
Well,
but
yeah, that too, yeah,
but like in my case, it's like that's where I prefer to play like indie games because like it's easy to pick up and take it with me.
sure.
Mhm.
You know, like it has that Steam Deck effect. Then you have Nintendo's own library, and that creates a very compelling setup, man.
This last generation, unfortunately, was a big realization that I don't take the Switch with me anywhere. I like the idea, but then you're out in public with people, and I'm just like,
yeah, I don't do a whole lot of gaming in public. Even like when I was taking public transportation elsewhere, like I didn't take my Switch anywhere.
yeah.
See, my problem is the second that like literally 3 months after the Switch was out, I got a new car,
Mhm.
and well, I didn't have to ride the bus anymore, so but I still traveled. I had E3, I had PAX, I had stuff like that, which it was great. And then now I go to San Francisco every year to see Tori and Dave and everyone,
Mhm.
and we'll all be chilling in their living room out in San Francisco, and I want to play a game, and boom, take it out of my bag. There we go. Well, we had a whole day just chilling in their living room, and I was playing Hades and DMC3.
Nice.
It was awesome. I actually have a bunch of Switch games on my wish list. I still haven't picked up Splatoon 3. I haven't picked up the Pikmin games. I haven't picked up Octopath 2. My girlfriend wants to play that new Mario Party.
Oh
Yeah.
God. Okay.
Wait, there's another Mario Party other than Superstar?
No, it's Superstar. Sorry, it's the newest Mario Party. I want to buy Tokyo Mirage Sessions because it's the last game from my Wii U that, other than the ones that haven't been made yet for Switch, so that way I could finally bury my Wii U and throw that shit in a dumpster. So not really. It's the Zelda's Collector's Edition. I'll probably just throw it in a box and I'll sit in that closet for all eternity.
You can just show it off at some point. At some point, you'll get a bigger place, and you can have that on display in your gaming room. Remember this?
Yes. Yeah, that's basically would be the idea. Like, look at this console no one bought that looks really cool.
Yeah.
I think all my Wii U games are like behind other games, so I don't even know. I don't even know what I have replaced or haven't replaced.
I have replaced everything except for Tokyo Mirage, and then they haven't ported Wind Waker or Twilight Princess yet. That's it. If they do those three, or if I pick up Tokyo Mirage and they port those two HD Zeldas, box it up, never open in the Wii U ever again.
Yep.
The moment that happens and you're about to box it up, we should do a playthrough of Zombie U. That's some video game history right there.
Man, that is. I love that game. The game was so fun.
that game also got a PS4 port, weirdly enough.
Oh, did it? Okay, well then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
get
you
it
don't
on
get to
PC
use
now?
the controller to move the map around and aim things, and yeah.
So man, you want to talk about Wii U? Wii U. I have
Yes.
this dope as hell idea for the Wii U.
Uh-huh.
All right. So you make a Wii. So you make basically a game like Baldur's Gate 3, right?
Okay.
Oh god, yes. I know exactly where you're going with this, and yes,
Except you put a DM mode in it,
yes.
and they control the gamepad,
Yep.
and then everyone else on the Wiimotes plays regular Baldur's Gate.
Mm-hmm.
I am so upset that that nothing like that ever came out.
Yep.
But here's
Yep.
the thing about the Wii U is that
Mhm.
the Switch can do this too.
I mean,
The Switch
It
is a
could,
much
yeah.
better Wii U. You can.
Yeah, you
they
would
can make
need
this
you would
happen.
need either 2 switches, one to act as the DM, and then the other to act for all the players, right?
Yeah.
For everybody
Yeah.
would have their own Switch.
Yep.
or you could have one. You'd have to have 2 switches. When then everyone's on the TV using the dock one, and then the DM is using a portable one.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
So, but still, like either way, you can still do this. It's just harder. It's not as like built in.
Yeah.
But it's a cool idea.
Yes.
That
It can be done.
Baldur's Gate 3 Switch port.
Yeah. Get those
Enjoy it
naked
running.
Dragonborn in Switch definition.
Just
Oh,
yeah,
God.
enjoy it at all 240p. That would probably run at.
that's right.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, the Switch was a big hit for Nintendo. They really they dug themselves out of the trenches of Wii U to make this thing a success. Cool idea, man. Arms. Did you guys ever play Arms?
I did.
No.
I did.
That game was cool.
It was fun.
I like 1-2 switch like that. My girlfriend loves that game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
You know what got stealth released recently is a sequel to 1-2 Switch.
Yes,
I did.
I actually. Yeah, like she's excited and wants to pick it up also. So like there's a lot of good stuff out there on that system. That system's still having a great year. Pikmin just came out.
Yep.
Mario's around the corner. Zelda.
Like
they're
they're doing
Octopath
good.
2. Yeah. That system always has great games to play on it. The Switch is awesome. I love it. And I'm hoping that it's backwards compatible. Boy, fucking howdy.
I'm crossing fingers for you because, man, they should.
Like
That's
even
my
if-
only request. So
And the thing is my whole Switch. I have one hard copy Switch game. One. That's it. Everything else, I might have 2 because my girlfriend's kind of getting tired of Fire Emblem 3 Houses and doesn't want it anymore. But I have one hard copy Switch game. If they even do a Wii U thing where it's like, we're not carrying the physical carts over, sorry, but here's this thing where we have a bunch of Pikmin, move all your crap over, and you can play it if you have it digital. Fine, I'll settle. I'll take it.
Yep.
So
yeah. Here's a smaller request, not as crucial, but hey, maybe we can get some more comfortable controllers.
Yes, please.
well, hold on. I have your answer for it. It's just really shitty.
Okay.
Because no, actually, that wasn't my answer.
Those custom Switch controllers look cool.
But also,
I know.
Also-
Yeah.
these ones that have gyro in them.
Yeah.
The Pro controller. If you want, I use these for primarily for handheld mode, unless the game requires gyros. Then I use these.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm using a Pro controller or an 8-bit Duke controller.
I literally always use the Pro controller unless I'm traveling. And even then, I have put the Switch on the little stand and used it while using a Pro controller.
It's not
This thing is by far my favorite controller.
That controller is fantastic.
It's so good.
Yep.
Yeah.
This thing is fantastic. The poor rubber's coming off of it for me, but otherwise, it's a good ass controller.
Yeah, it is. It is hands down.
Controller.
Yeah.
That's how I
Damn
feel.
you guys! I want that controller.
It's good.
Man,
But you can't play arms properly with it.
no, you have
Well,
to.
shit.
You have to use the Joy-Cons for that, which
Super
Yeah,
Nintendo Switch, give me Arms 2.
I love how this is your wish list. Yeah. All right, might as well ask, what's everyone's Nintendo Switch wish list game or their Switch 2 wish list game?
I want them to go for Arms just because I think that the characters and what they did for that was fun, but they should expand it and make it like a super kid friendly like UFC Arms. Like get rid of boxing. Let's just go fucking street brawling.
Oh god.
I think that would be hilarious.
See, I know this isn't going to happen because I think Arms performed really well, so this means this franchise is dead. But come on, a new Punch Out. Let's get it.
They should do an Arms Punch Out crossover.
Yeah.
Like
that would be
sick. That's a workout too. Like you could 3 stones to 2 birds,
Yeah.
3 birds stoned at once.
So
they're all smoking. It's great.
Yeah,
I just pictured like those 3 birds from the Jungle Book or 4 birds from the Jungle Book just smoking a joint.
exactly. Yeah. They could do so much. Yeah, like Arms, the big thing was you would punch and the punch would go slow enough that you could turn the controller and it would like curve it, so it would kind of like just juke him out. But imagine a Punch Out where you punched as fast as you actually punched, and like trying to actually do Punch Out, and you'd have to hold the controllers up and dodge at a good time.
Yeah, that was the Wii version. I didn't play it that way most of the time.
Right.
I played it like a normal video game because I think motion controls are fucking stupid.
No, it's a good workout, man. That's awesome.
You know what? I shouldn't talk shit. I work out by playing Beat Saber, so
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, so you can shut your mouth.
It's just that I don't want it in my traditional video games.
I want it as an option. I don't need it to be required. But like,
yeah, that's
yeah.
fair.
If they give me a button mode for my new Punch Out Arms crossover, I'm happy.
Yes, yeah.
And then you can bring back that sick Punch Out theme.
Sure. Yeah. Get
Yeah.
Mike Tyson in there. What's he doing? That man's not doing anything. He's doing a podcast.
Absolutely not.
He's looking to put his name in wherever.
Oh lordy.
If not him, just get Snoop Dogg in, just because Snoop Dogg will be in anything.
Yeah,
They will.
pretty much.
Even Call of Duty would
I
make
remember
no
when he was
sense.
in Halo. I remember when he was in those like Halo Reach commercials back in the day.
Oh my god.
That shit was awesome.
It's great. It's great. Beyond that, I would like to see them do another Pokemon Snap, the new Pokemon Snap, because I think.
Yeah, that was cool. I actually don't own that game.
Oh man, you should check it out. Like
It's fun.
I was asking for a new Pokemon Snap for the Switch, or not the Switch, for the Wii U, because that was the first iteration of, hey, you have something you hold and could take pictures with.
Yeah.
Right.
And it wasn't quite what I was imagining, but they actually evolved the rating system to score as many points as you could, and you saw different poses of each. It's like the way they improved on that system after bad-mouthing the idea of people wanting a new Pokemon Snap for so long. Like, they actually went above and beyond. So,
You know, and then I'm over here being like, F-Zero win.
dude, I don't know why they won't do F-Zero. It's nuts.
Well, they've said the reason they won't do F-Zero is because, like, well, we want all our games to innovate, and really the only thing we can think of for that game is better graphics. And I'm like, yes, okay.
Yeah, hand it
That's
over.
fine.
Sorry you made a fantastic video game and can't improve on it. But like the graphics keep improving. Like there's stuff you can do, and I don't know if F-Zero's used motion controls yet.
It hasn't. Literally just make F-Zero GX, but not nearly as hard, and put it in HD. You're done. You're done.
If
you are done.
If you won't do it for the F-Zero fans, at least do it for the Wipeout fans who are starved right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Future racing is dead.
It's kind of dead right now, and it sucks. We resort to Mario Kart 8.
Right. Like, and speaking of, like, I think my wish list game would be either Diddy Kong Racing 2 or Mario Kart 9. I'm so tired of Mario Kart 8. Like, at least give me Mario Kart 9 with planes. Like, just take some of that Diddy Kong Racing shit and put it in Mario Kart 9. Fine.
Okay.
Totally fine.
My argument to you is Mario Kart 8 is still selling, and they're still putting out DLC for it.
They are, which is why I like Mario Kart 8 has been around forever. Give me 9.
I know
Just
Make it a launch title.
that's a real question of like I don't know how you improve on that game. Like I understand more flying. They have the flying mechanic in there, at least in
Yeah.
gliding, but
yeah.
like the only way I could see improving it is what they have already in that game, and then just
Diddy,
put
Diddy
new
Kong
maps.
Racing, like you can't do boats because Mario Kart just lets you go underwater. Which
Yeah.
Diddy Kong Racing had boats, planes, and cars.
Yep.
So
Give me Smash Bros. Kart.
yeah, that would be so sick.
That
That would be
That would
so
be pretty epic.
goddamn
There's your F-Zero
awesome.
game. Captain Falcon's there is a prominent member. The story mode is Kirby and Captain Falcon racing to save everyone.
Yes, hell
Play it.
yes.
Yeah.
All right, we should get to the next.
I
news
guess.
story.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a big story. That's a big
It
story.
is,
We're
it is
now
pretty big. So
like I know the Switch's cycle is before Xbox and PlayStation. They're
Mhm,
sort of in the
mhm.
middle.
Yeah, it's that you want to hear something crazy? The Switch turned 6 this year.
That's amazing. So if this pans out, this was a 7-year cycle for
Which
Switch.
for Nintendo, that's actually pretty
Yeah.
long.
That
impressive.
feels long, yeah.
Like you have to remember, the GameCube was 5 years, the SNES was 5, the NES was 6 as well. Except where it was like 9 in Japan, but
Yeah.
the N64 was 5. Like they typically do a 5-year cycle, so they got 2 more years out of Switch.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, they probably could have gone to 8 if they really wanted to.
Absolutely, they could have.
I don't think they want to directly compete with Microsoft or Sony in that
That's
that
the
arena,
thing.
though.
Yeah, they don't have to compete with them, and I think enforcing this split really helps them with that.
Yeah.
And I also think that like they're finally getting to the point where even for their own games, they're really stretching the hardware as far as it can go.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I love Tears of the Kingdom. I think that game is sick as hell, but man, you could tell that they are using every last inch of the Switch's ability.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
which
let's
man,
see.
you want to hear something? Think about this with the Switch. That is a mobile GPU from 2014.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's nuts.
So
I would like to see a little more performance from this new console, but I know that's asking a bit much. If I want performance, I should be looking to the other two.
yeah, well, I think
What is the
performance
Switch
also,
on? What is it on par with?
a Tegra 1, like the NVIDIA mobile GPU Tegra.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You may have heard of it in devices such as the NVIDIA Shield and nothing else.
Right.
Yep.
So yeah, like, I mean, think about how far mobile tech has gone since then. Like, even if they do a GPU from 2 years ago, which would be 2021, like they could get a very solid 1080p 60 FPS for a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
And as someone who plays most of their Switch games and docked, I thought Tears of the Kingdom looked great, and I thought Bayonetta looked great, other than the first 4 chapters when you're in those cities and the frame rate cries.
Oh yeah.
So it's, and then you also have to remember a lot of people play their Switch portable only. Like my girlfriend never hooks that damn thing to a television, ever. And you can get away with 720p on a 6-inch screen and have it look good still. So isn't the Switch screen like, that thing's 720p, right?
I would assume.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and those games look great portable. So,
Yeah, it is, because in emulators, which is totally legal, by the way, there's a handheld mode, and in handheld mode, the resolution 720p, and then there's docked mode, and you can switch back and forth between handheld and docked is 1080.
Yeah. Anytime that Ninja mentions emulation being okay, I just want us to have a soundboard of Pirates of the Caribbean's theme.
Just going through for the background.
Yep.
Oh.
All right. Okay, so speaking of emulation,
Yes.
Xbox is banning people for using emulators.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, shit.
One of the big features of especially the Series S, because it was so cheap and a lot of people were using it this way, you would boot the console into retail mode to use like your own software, and people were using it for emulators. It was like a top tier emulating device, right?
Hmm.
But Microsoft has apparently been handing out 15-day suspensions for anyone who's been caught using this emulation software in this mode. So a little further deep dive there. GameRanks reports users are now reporting that retail mode emulation is dead, as Microsoft has been handing out a 15-day suspension for anyone caught using it in the emulators in this mode. This is highlighted by Twitter user Hikikomori Media, who shared the developers are warning gamers to delete any emulators from their retail console immediately in order to avoid a temporary ban. I'm surprised it lasted this long, in all honesty.
Same. I'm surprised it took this long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's like I am surprised that the second that this got any popularity at all, Microsoft wasn't like, we cannot be known as the piracy console. This is a really bad look. And then it proceeded to last, until now. So yeah.
Yeah, I would not recommend going the console route for that.
No.
All I'll say.
I see. I want to be able to tell you I don't want you to go pirate shit, but the way the industry is these days, you have to in some cases.
In some cases, for sure.
Like if I want to, perfect example is as I watched this Marvel tournament is. I love Beautiful Joe. Beautiful Joe is one of my favorite GameCube games.
100%.
Beautiful Joe is sick as hell.
Yep.
The only way you can play Beautiful Joe is on a GameCube or Wii with a disc.
Ridiculous.
Which I own those things.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, I have to get a converter for my Wii to hook it up to my television. Because my TV is too goddamn new.
Mm-hmm.
So my option is buy a converter, hook it to my Wii, and then play it that way, or I can go ahead and just use Dolphin and play it on Dolphin.
Yep. Yep.
So that's look, game industry. If you want to stop piracy, I can tell you how you stop piracy. Is people there's a discussion I always remember from Jeff Gersman years ago where you need to make shit convenient. You need to be easier and more convenient than free. Or people are just going to say, fuck this and pirate it. And man, Nintendo, if you put, GameCube games on your subscription service and we're like, yeah, here, you can play GameCube games for an additional $3 a month. Beautiful Joe is one of them. Cool. Done. I will not pirate your Beautiful Joe. That's all you got to do, man. And then, the argument is well, what about people stealing because they can't afford it? I'm like, well, then they're not going to buy it anyway, so who the fuck cares?
Right.
Exercise your right to stop that because, theft, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But for legitimate customers who just want to play your game, but you make it fucking impossible to play your game,
yep,
that shit sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So. And I realize that for some games there is external factors in this, the reason that we don't have a Marvel 2 port is because Disney's a bunch of pricks, not, because they don't want to.
Right. One day they'll get it.
One day.
One day.
They're getting closer. I feel Microsoft's push for backwards compatibility made them think a little more about it. That is something I can say, because like multiple developers commented, like, yeah, when our game went to Xbox backwards compatibility, it got a big sales boost and all this other shit. So I think that is a possibility, but yeah. Not surprised this happened. Surprised it took so damn long.
Sure.
That's basically the long and short of it.
Yep. I'm surprised that wasn't a day one fix.
I think that they wanted to ride the goodwill a little bit. You know, like because people were talking about this as such a positive feature. Like, yeah, man, you can use these emulators on it. It's dope. It's the best PS2 emulator you can find. And then, you know, now that they got that positive buzz,
Yeah.
So, moving forward, hey, Evo's going on right now.
Sure is.
Sure is.
Like Evo is happening as we are recording this, and a new Fatal Fury game was announced.
Wow.
Yeah.
Somewhere, our good friend Avian is having a panic attack.
Hopefully in a joyous way.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good.
So this is going to be Garo 2.
Yep.
This
and
is
it
Garo 2?
looks beautiful. Yeah, this is Garo 2.
Okay.
Yep. And it looks beautiful. It looks so good.
Yeah, visually looks great. No real details though, sadly.
Yep.
Just kind of a hey, it exists.
We do know, well, we don't know, I guess, but they use voice clips of some characters in the game. So if you like any of these characters, Rock, Andy, Mai, Janet or Janae, I think, Billy, Marco, Otaru, Tizak, Keen, and Terry, all of their voice clips are in the game. So I would say there's a chance they're all going to be in the game. Terry for sure is going to be in the game, so is Rock. But there's a chance that the rest are also going to be in it.
Yep. And they put out some screenshots with it. Yeah, you know, it visually looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't enjoy SNK fighters. So for me, this is just like, all right, cool, I guess.
I'm happy for them. Like them bringing up Garo 2, going to set some expectations.
Maybe we can bring back other dead fighting game franchises.
Like Darkstalkers.
Why not? Yes.
Well, yeah,
People
new
like that
Darkstalkers.
Darkstalkers. So,
how about a versus game where a bunch of superheroes fight a bunch of fighting game characters?
Well,
yeah,
you know, like Spider-Man and Wolverine fighting like Ryu.
I don't know. I don't know
Dante.
if that'll work.
Yeah, Dante. Yeah, that could be really cool. You know,
What about a
like
game
bringing
where everyone plays Virgil.
Yeah, Virgil's great.
Yeah.
You know,
and there's a rumor floating around that NetherRealms was working on some kind of Marvel. Similar to Injustice.
Stop! Fucking stop! That would hurt the worst.
The
I don't know how to feel about this.
You know, just that would be
Give me
the
a new
worst.
Marvel game, sure, but it's made by NetherRealm.
Yeah, just
no, absolutely no.
Look,
much as I love them, much as I love and respect them, no.
Like, I don't care for MK all that much, or I think Injustice a little more. It's still not great, but like, man, I want a new Marvel game. Like you said, Monkey's Paw just curls down, made by NetherRealm Studios. No. As I watch this hype as shit Marvel 3 tournament while we're doing this. Oh Lord.
Yeah, there's a lot of fuel for that fire right now, mostly because of this Marvel 3 tournament.
Yes. There's more.
But we'll see. We're in losers finals right now, so we'll see if we get anything either before grand finals or after grand finals. But I am not holding my breath as much as I would love it through Marvel 4.
No, I think Max brought this up on his stream during Evo the other day, where he was bringing up like, guys, just the future of Marvel is the modding scene.
Yeah,
this is it. Otherwise, it is officially dead. It's not going to be supported anymore. It's just accept it. except that we're never getting Marvel 5 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you want Marvel, load up Marvel 3 and mod the shit out of it.
And there's a whole
And
scene
the
around
mods are
it.
great.
Yeah.
The mods are fantastic.
Cool game, but even and then that PC version also, in my experience so far, it's been a little wonky for me, but
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, speaking of stuff coming out of Evo, Killer Instinct is getting a 10th anniversary update this year.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
So, things that I am excited for: Killer Instinct will receive a free update later this year to implement balance updates, improve matchmaking, and 4K support for the Series X and S. This, to be clear, this is the game that launched with the Xbox One in November of 2024. And then, quote, our friends from Iron Galaxy are back. And together we're bringing you Killer Instinct's free 10th anniversary update later this year, including the things I mentioned. Killer Instinct head James Goddard appeared live at EVO, thanking development partners and fans for the continued support for this cornerstone of the fighting game shop.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that this means KI is alive somewhere in the depths of Microsoft, like a new one.
Yeah.
How hype
yeah,
would it
too.
be?
It would be
Not-
smart.
Not E3 2024. You just hear bump 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 bump.
Yeah,
you just hear
key 3.
key 3. There you go.
Yep.
Just you just hear that. You hear the start of that theme. The dun 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 dun, and you're like, no fucking way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
See so many people just go batshit crazy over that.
I went batshit crazy the first time they did it. When they did it in E3 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and the coming, and they even emulated the old arcade thing, coming soon to Nintendo Ultra 64, but said coming to your home soon on Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, it was so dope. Killer Instinct was such a good goddamn game.
And it's like the one big fighting game that Xbox claims all its own. So
Yeah.
they should be supporting the hell out of it.
Yes, absolutely. Could you imagine if KI became a fighting game? It's like staple, like a Street Fighter or MK for them. Like, holy shit, that'd be such a big win for them.
Yeah.
It was an Evo game for a couple of years, but yeah, this is also big because it's its first update since 2018.
Oh wow!
So, yep.
Good lord.
Yep.
We're gonna get a mirror match in grand finals of Marvel, so that'll be 4 Evo games where we have a mirror match in the grand finals.
Let me guess. Is Virgil going to be on both teams?
Yeah, Zero Dante Virgil in both teams.
Oh man, shocking! Zero, Dante, and Virgil. Who would have guessed?
I think KBR is going to lose this. He's 0-2 right now. If he loses one more game, then it'll be a mirror match of Zero Dante Virgil in grand finals.
For those of you who don't play fighting games, I'm sorry for this part of the show. So yeah, KI is coming back in some fashion. When that patch goes through, we should totally do some sets on stream.
Sure, why not?
I haven't played KI since the Super Nintendo.
Did you skip 2013 entirely?
Yeah.
Oh, you're in for a treat, dude. That game is so goddamn awesome. You are in for a fighting game treat. Oh. If you like long ass ridiculous combos and crazy shit happening.
I sure do.
All right.
That is my jam.
I have seen people do 100 hit combos in that game. So, all right. Anyway, so moving on though. We'll continue to monitor Evo as it goes, and if we get breaking news during the show, we get breaking news during the show. Hey, you know how Jedi Survivor came out and it ran like hot garbage on PS5, Xbox Series, and PC?
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
how it's been 4 months and they're still fixing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Another thing they're going to apparently have to fix is they're making a PS4 and Xbox One version.
Oh
I
man.
heard about this from my brother. I was
What's it
just
going to
like,
do? Run it like 5 FPS?
yeah. And I was just like, son of a bitch. Why? It took them this long to do this?
It's
You just
not
you
like
just stream it. It's cloud. It'll be cloud based. That's fine.
Yeah. You're good.
it'll be cloud based and still run like trash because the original versions run like trash.
Mhm.
You know,
Man.
God, man, like you
okay.
go look up. It's gotten a lot better now, from what I've heard.
It has.
From most
It
people,
has
but
gotten
man,
a lot better.
I remember hearing people talk about that game at launch like it was the buggiest piece of shit ever, especially on PC.
I didn't have much issue on my Xbox when I was playing it, so
I mean,
every
that's
part's
good at
different, I
least.
guess.
You know, and that's always the thing about glitchy games is your mileage may vary.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Because I remember when I played Fallout 4, everyone was talking how buggy it was, and I didn't really have any issues.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with like Skyrim. Like Skyrim on PS3, everyone shit talked that game, but I got like 35 hours into it until I ran into a game-breaking bug and had to wait for a patch for them to fix it.
Great.
So your mileage may vary. It's just like this game runs so bad on current hardware that I'm like, how the fuck are they gonna do this on the old shit?
I'm not
I
sure
don't
what the
know.
motivation
I
is,
don't
but
know.
okay.
Well, you know, more people playing good games. I guess that's neat. But guys, we're about to be 3 years of this console generation, and I know money is a concern nowadays. But like, there's a $250 console that exists.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, there is.
So there we go.
Whatever.
All right. Anyone have anything else on this fucking weird issue?
On one hand, there's part of me that's kind of like into the idea of continuing to support, you know, things for a long time, you know, because a lot of people are just like foregoing getting the newest console, but at the same time, that's pulling resources away from what else they could be working on.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have to be making games for the lowest common denominator, knowing that okay, this has to run on an Xbox One and a PS4.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we can't do all this new tech because it can't function,
Yeah.
or we have to
Right.
make resources to make essentially two different versions of the game. So,
Yeah.
All right. So this next feature is this next news segment's kind of neat. So they've made it so Discord is now on all consoles, like it's native.
Yeah.
Well, now you'll be able to stream your Xbox games gameplay directly on Discord.
That's exciting.
That is exciting. That's good.
I can't tell you how many times I've tried to stream like from my capture card into Discord, and it does not play well. Like it's doable, but it does not play well.
It literally bricks my computer. It literally will brick my computer every time I've tried it. The only way, like, if we want me to stream games from my capture card, so, like, let's say we want to do Street Fighter from my point of view, or a game from my point of view that I'm playing from a console, what I have to do is I have to be the primary streamer for us. We can't do our normal thing where I beam into Discord and Aaron continues to handle all production.
Mm-hmm.
Man, these Chipotle ads, Ninja, you're right, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I
They be
am not immune to product
everywhere.
placement, and like I am craving Chipotle.
I'm fairly immune to it myself. Like these Sony monitor ads, whatever. I'm not gonna buy your.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy one of these.
Sony. What?
I'm not gonna buy one of these. I have
Yeah, no.
plenty.
I'm not gonna buy them or their dumb headphones. But like, it'd be a burrito though. There we go. Now we're talking. All right, so Yeah, like I understand the appeal of older consoles being supported for longer.
Mhm.
Like that is nice for those who don't want to spend the money or can't afford to spend the
Mhm.
money. On the other side of that, though, it's like I want to see games evolve and advance and do cool shit with tech, and not just be here. The PS5 version runs at 60 and loads faster. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I want to see this work.
Yes. Sorry. As for the Discord one, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That actually makes me want to consider getting more fighting games on Xbox, just because it's easier to stream them to.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right, cool, awesome.
All right.
Next up, the From Software composer is leaving From Software.
Oh.
Really?
He did the soundtracks for Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, Elden Ring, and Dark Souls 2. Her work has been integral in establishing the game's atmosphere, and it's one of the strongest collective points. Her message to fans on Twitter was, "Thank you all for your continued support. Today I have an announcement to make. I have decided to leave From Software, the company I've worked for, and start working new as a freelance composer in August. I would like to continue to express myself in-game music. Very generous. I hope you will look forward to my music in the future. I've created a new website."
I don't think this is as huge a deal as people think it's going to be. I think they're still going to contract her to do from their games, like the music for their games.
It's literally the Shoji Meguro thing all over again.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
Yep.
like, oh my god, the Persona music guy is leaving Atlas, and then he's still making music just as a freelancer for their game.
Mhm.
Which sounds like the life. Doing it, just freelancing it instead of having to go into
Yeah.
their office. That sounds like the way to go.
Yeah, like, yeah. So, all right,
Oh.
that's cool, man. I love her music. I love the Bloodborne soundtrack. I really enjoyed the Elden Ring soundtrack from what I got to hear. Like,
Music of those games are fantastic.
Yes, they are. Boss fight music, so good.
Mm-hmm.
that Bloodborne boss fight, that Bana, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. That's that's kind of an indifferent story. Sorry, everybody. It's been a really slow news week
Ah.
for the most part.
It happens.
Last piece of news we have though is Baldur's Gate 3 is doing so well and getting so much attention that it moved to being the second best-selling pre-order on PlayStation right now, behind
Mhm.
only Madden. It is beating out Mortal Kombat. It is beating out Spider-Man. It is beating out NBA 2K. It is beating out literally every game besides Madden.
That is ridiculous.
Holy shit.
Yep.
I've been downloading it this entire podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
my girlfriend, because my girlfriend lives out in the, I don't want to say the boonies, but about 25 minutes.
The sticks.
The
Lives out
stick.
in the sticks.
And she has like kind of shit internet, so it took her like all day yesterday to download it.
Oh no.
Like she started to download at like 1 in the afternoon or 1:30 in the afternoon, and it got done at like 11 at night.
Oh
Damn.
Jesus.
Mine
What's up?
just finished.
It's
Oh, it
120.
just finished?
Yeah, it took mine about 45 minutes, but I'm hardwired in and have all my shit set up to make things go super fast. And
I
be
mean, that's
priority.
fair,
But and also to be fair, I'm paying for 1,000 up, 1,000 down, so they better fucking give it to me.
Very rarely get the speeds I pay for.
Are you also paying up? You have AT&T, right?
Yeah, I'm paying for 1,000 up, 1,000 down.
Yeah, you should call them then. Because for a while they were limiting me to 300 up, 300 down, even though I was paying for 1,000. They ended up refunding those months, but just a heads up there.
I will call them.
Yeah, I have to call them because they wouldn't let me pay my bill. Like their website said I have a pending payment that went through, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And it came out of my account, and it shows paid on their status. And then when I go to pay the following months, it's like, "No, we're not gonna let you pay because you didn't pay the last month." But I did,
Jeez.
So AT&T not always glorious, but their internet is real good if you live in the Reno area.
Okay.
Especially because everybody and their mom has been complaining about Charter having outages.
Mm.
So yeah. Anyway,
Steam
moving forward.
charts I got here.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
and go ahead.
They are at their peak right now on Steam, which is 742,352 right now.
Holy
Oh, they hit a new peak they hit a new peak about 4 minutes ago.
Let me refresh. We're at
I just loaded.
798,458.
Holy shit.
Yep,
They're still going.
they're still
Still
going.
going strong.
Yeah, dude, this is nuts. This game. Oh God,
They really seem to
it's.
nail it.
They did. I don't normally like CRPGs.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get into what we've been playing, but I really like this game. I put 6 hours into it almost, and it just flew by.
Nice.
Flew by. I don't like the combat still. I'll get into that when we get to what you've been playing. But like, yeah, it's such an awesome game, and it does all the right things that you want. Like, no microtransactions, no weird DLC, no like 10-year plan to just. We made a really good, polished, fun single player game that has a multiplayer component if you want it. Here you go.
Yep.
Done. GG. So,
I'm thrilled. I'm gonna check it out.
yeah, that's awesome. I'm really digging it. But yeah, 798,000 players is the peak.
Amazing.
Jeez.
And this is an oddity because if you look at other top games through the year, they usually have a good launch day or maybe the day after. But it were 3 days after launch and it's still going up. Like this is an oddity.
Yeah. That's
So-
awesome. Super awesome. This is a long shot, but just it's what's playing around in my head. Do you think that new Dungeons and Dragons movie got people interested in this?
Absolutely.
I think part of it was that for sure.
Part of it,
I
Stranger
definitely know.
Things.
I think it's a little bit of everything. I think it's part of it's Stranger Things. I think part of it's I think part of it is the D&D movie. I think part of it is the fact that people just really want a game like this.
hmm
You know.
It's a high quality CRPG. It's in the D&D universe, and D&D is seeing like this kind of renaissance or golden age right now because of like things like Stranger Things and then the movie. Like this, I think it's a lot of the success of this. I think is the right place in the right time,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and then also, but also like it appears to be like a really good game.
It's excellent. Like I said, I normally don't like CRPGs, but I've been having a great time with it. So, yep. All right. Well,
All right. I think
I
that's.
hope y'all.
That's the news.
Also, I find it weird. I'm the only one who's played this game this weekend.
I
I
haven't
had
had
intended
the
to play it, yeah, but like I'll get into it a little bit more. But all I have played is fucking Diablo, and it's a terrible game. Nobody should play it.
time.
Yes, I had a discussion with you about before the podcast where you're just like, God, I hate playing this video game, and I'm like, stop hurting yourself.
No.
You
God, I haven't played Diablo in like a month. Shit.
Yeah, I finished out the season, and I was like, cool, I'm. Or not the season. I finished out the campaign. I was like, all right, cool, I'm done.
I'm like four levels or like season experience or whatever from finishing the season. So like I will do that, and then I will uninstall it until November when season 2 drops.
Or
Oh,
you
shit.
could, stop playing it.
No,
Entirely?
I need the pretty JPEGs. Gotta have the pretty JPEGs.
Gotta
Jesus
have the pretty
Christ, man.
stuff. Come on.
All
All
right.
right, well, fair enough. All right, well, cool. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we'll get into what we've been playing. Hey.
All right. Be right back. And we're back. Hello.
Hey.
What have y'all been playing?
I've been playing that Baldur's Gate 3, baby.
So, I've been meaning to. I have D&D friends who all got this game, so it's only a matter of time for me.
Mhm.
But
Hmm.
yeah, I haven't gotten to it myself. Very interested to hear what you have to say about it.
Yeah. I kind of bought this game for a couple different reasons. One, my girlfriend wanted to play it with me, and I figured I'd give it a shot. I didn't like Larian's other games. I didn't care for Divinity, like at
Mhm.
all. And I'm generally not a CRPG person. I don't like them. They're not fun to me. Mainly because I find the combat dumb and frustrating. And every time I say that, someone's like, "Oh, well, like it's not bad. Like turn-based isn't that bad." I'm like, "It's not that it's turn-based. It's that I can be a foot away from someone and shoot them, and it won't hit them. It's fucking stupid."
Yeah.
You know, like, are you telling me I'm like right in your face with a sword and it's not gonna hit? Like, what the shit?
Beginning to see why you don't like strategy RPGs either.
Yes, exactly.
Suddenly, a lot of things are clicking.
Yes, it's dumb.
It makes
It's
sense
super
here
dumb.
though, because it's trying to be Dungeons and Dragons, and that's rolling dice. You know.
Yep.
It makes sense here.
Yes, yes, that like that makes sense in D&D because you have no way to judge spacing.
Right.
You know, in this you have a very clear way to judge spacing. You know,
You could say if they really wanted to, they could be like, if you are using a projectile and you are like 2 spaces away, the DM could say, you roll a d20 and clearing is like 12. If you're one away, you have to clear 8. Like, if they wanted to really go for it, they could, but no, the chaos is more fun.
Yeah, it gets super. Yeah.
yes, which okay, fine, whatever. I'm not enthused about it, but I understand. And I really don't like it in pretty much any game that isn't XCOM. And in XCOM, it's just because it's such a comical degree, and because I'm playing that game as a futile attempt not to actually win. So I'm less salty about it. Anyway, back to so yeah, like I generally don't like this kind of game, but everything I was reading about the stuff outside of the combat sounded awesome and right up my alley. Like that, like I absolutely love the idea of like the different characters and the story and the dynamic writing and how fucking comical this game seems. It looked hilarious, and after playing it, I can tell you it is hilarious. I absolutely love it. But yeah, so I booted it up and I did the tutorial, and of course the tutorial is mostly like go action combat type focus and movement focus, and I was already like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like this.
I made a mistake.
Yes, absolutely. And then especially because I made a bard, and I was just like, okay, if I make a bard, maybe I can just talk my way out of any and all combat. Was basically my what?
That's generally how bards work in D&D games.
Yeah,
Yes,
very much so.
I was just like, all right, I'm gonna be a dark urge bard, so I'm gonna try and talk my way out of anything and everything. And and generally I have been able to do that, which has definitely made my time a lot more fun with it. The handful of instances where I have had to fight, it's gotten better at least, but it's still it just feels so goddamn frustrating.
Oh.
And I get it because I'm not into this kind of thing. I don't like the fact that I'm like 1 foot away from a skeleton and like, nope, you missed both attacks. And I'm like, fucking really? Okay.
Well, in the same vein, everything that's like 1 foot away from you is also just as capable of missing you.
Yes, but that never seems to happen. It seems to follow XCOM rules. So, like, I swear to God, almost every single time I'm right up in someone's grill, they can hit me, but I can't hit them. And it is unbelievably frustrating. But I have
Rude.
I have mostly been able to talk my way, persuade my way around having to play the part of the game I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, I've been super enjoying it.
All right.
Interesting.
Like it's been a lot of fun. Like I think the characters are great. I love doing this Dark Urge storyline because I'm like having to balance like because I want to be a good person still. So I have to balance being a good person with occasionally sating violent urges. And it's fantastic. Like there's this scene in a goblin camp where a man is being tortured and you need the information he's being tortured for, and I could just deceive the goblin into going away and me freeing him, but instead I told the goblin, "Nah, man, you're not torturing him right. Let me show you how it's done." And then
Oh God, keep going. This is great.
and then I torture him, and then the goblin goes away, and then I let him go and set him free after he gives me the information.
And then you hunt
Yeah.
him down and you kill him because he's giving you loot and experience points.
Oh God.
I probably could. He's probably going back to the Grove Druid camp.
Plan
But
A is murder hobo. Plan B is talking your way out of it. Plan C is murder hobo again.
wait,
Mhm.
what?
Mm-hmm.
In D&D, Plan A is murder hobo. Plan B is
Yeah.
talk your way out of it. Plan C is murder hobo again.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Plan D
Um,
is have sex with them.
Yeah. Speaking of, have you fucked any bears yet?
No, but I did.
doing?
I did.
What are you
find a
doing?
go-
What are you?
What the fuck are you
okay,
doing, Bronson?
in-
Jesus.
in that goblin camp, I found a guy who's a worshiper of the goddess of pain.
Okay. All right.
Right. So I found a guy who is a worshiper of the goddess of pain, and if you let him torture you and you show that you enjoy it, you and your whole party get a buff. But while it's happening, I'm not done. While it's
There's
happening,
more.
the um, well, you know, so while it's happening, your cleric seems super into it. If
Yeah.
you have this cleric in your party, she basically comments about how like, oh yeah, we're gonna do some of that later. So
Oh my
yeah,
God.
It's use what you have. Get those buffs.
God.
yeah. So yeah, that was a thing. Yeah. So that was fucking hilarious. In the same goblin camp,
Mhm.
I ran into a bard from earlier who got captured by the goblins, and they were like threatening him and making him perform. And I, as a fellow bard, went over and outperformed him. Right.
Mhm.
So the goblins got unhappy and took his ass back to jail.
Sure.
Oh no, it gets better. I went to the jail because the goblins think I'm on their side. And I talked to the bard. I'm like, "Yo, dude, I'm gonna let you out. I conned the goblin lady to let you out." And he's like, "Oh, awesome, thank you. I'm gonna write a song about you." And he's like, and before I'd let him out, I said, "Okay, but you have to promise to say I wrote this really good song that you're gonna write about me."
Yeah.
Yeah.
A collaborative effort, you know.
So, but yeah, I set him free, and yeah, I will say I'm safe scumming the shit out of this game.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like 100%.
Any CRPG. Absolutely.
No, you want to hear something really funny with this game though. So I ran into these two cultists who are trying to convince me to like help them kill this owl bear. And I go inside and I see the owl bear and I calm it down, But then the game's like, oh no, it has a kid. Do you want to kill it? And I'm like, nah, I don't want to kill the owlbear. So what ends up happening is the first time I do it, I end up killing the owlbear. And the little kid comes over and it's crying over its mom's corpse and shit like that. And I feel really bad about it, of course. And then it's like, do you want to fucking kill the child also? Or do you just want to leave it? I'm like, I'm going to fucking just leave it. And then it starts to eat its mother's corpse.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
The circle of
Alright.
life.
Yep. And then you're appalled. And then I reloaded it and I went back and I just had the cultists attack it and get killed while I ran off. Yeah. So, yeah.
Great.
There's a Grand Blue Fantasy Versus announcement at Evo right now, and they're showing off this like Mario Party Fall Guys esque mode. And I don't know who asked for this in a fighting game.
Another Fall Guys thing in another game? Okay.
Yeah, it's not like a collaboration like Final Fantasies is, right? But there's like this distinct party mode where it looks kind of like a cross between Mario Party, Fall Guys, Bomberman.
All right.
I don't know who asked for this.
Sure. If it works, it works.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm gonna get it. The game is fun, and this will have rollback. So
It has
Okay.
rollback. All right,
Fair
cool.
enough. So, yeah.
it has a date,
Oh god.
Fair enough.
November 30th.
All right. That's soonish.
But yeah, if you got a PS5 or PC, you should play Baldur's Gate. And then if you have an Xbox, you should wait till next year when it comes out on Xbox and then play Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah. Other than that, I put some time into WoW with Anthony. We're continuing our Keystone adventures. That's been a lot of fun. It's probably been the most energized I've been about WoW in the past 6 months. Just because I have a homie who's logging on and doing this dumb shit with me.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. There's been that. Other than that, I'm trying to think if I played anything else. Did I talk about when I finished Final Fantasy 16?
Yeah, I think you mentioned that last week.
Yeah, that was last week. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm gonna keep chipping away at Baldur's Gate until Sea of Stars is out, and then keep playing WoW. And FanFest got me to goddamn resub to 14 again. So that was a thing that happened, and I don't know. It's 14. It's more of the same. I'm just kind of leveling alts, and I'm gonna probably start exploring fishing in that game soon.
Sure.
Oh, that is a hole to dive in,
Yep.
my friend. That is.
I mean,
It's fun. It's probably the most fun fishing I've ever played in an MMO. But Jesus,
I mean, cool. I will say I did finally mess around with something in WoW I've never done before this week called the Trial of Style.
Yeah.
Which and
that shit is fun.
It is fun, but my immediate thought process is I was like, Square needs to steal the living shit out of this. If there is one thing that game needs to steal from World of Warcraft that it may actually, in fact, steal, it is the Trial of Style.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know what the Trial of Style is, it is a thing in World of Warcraft where it goes ahead and it puts you in a contest with 5 other people in a queue, and it gives you a prompt to create a transmog or use a transmog you already have. So it'll be like faction pride, and you have to dress up appropriately to show off, like, oh, I'm a member of the Horde, I'm a member of the Alliance. It'll be it'll be like dragon something, and you'll have to make a dragon themed transmog, or like pirate something. They'll just give you different prompts, and then you and the other players vote on which of the 6 of you had the best transmog.
All right.
And I was just like, there has never been a more perfect game mode for Final Fantasy 14 to steal.
The problem.
Mm-hmm.
They should, but in order to make it usable, they should do what World of Warcraft does with owning clothing items.
Yes, yeah, they totally
Yes.
need to revamp the glamour system, and they should.
If I owned it at one point, I should have access to it at all times.
Yeah, yes,
Yes,
it's the
yes.
so it's the only major MMO who does that thing. Because World of Warcraft, if you owned it, it goes into your closet. If in Guild Wars, if you owned it, it goes into your closet. Like I don't know why Final Fantasy has that issue. It is a bummer because that game has probably the most varied clothing and armor sets.
Some really cool looking clothing, and
Yeah,
Yep.
because like World of Warcraft, it's it's armor, it's battle armor. Final Fantasy out here giving you booty shorts,
yeah, oh yeah,
Give me all the
tuxes and
booty
shit.
shorts.
Mhm.
I need them.
Versus like WoW has some casual clothes, like they got the tux and the wedding dress, and they got some stuff like that. But generally, it's like adventuring stuff or
Mhm.
class stuff. So yeah, like that's something that I've been messing with recently. I keep losing because I don't have a lot of pre-made transmogs that fit their themes. I did win the one when they put up like fell stuff, and then the one when they put up faction pride because I have a bunch of high-end PvP sets that are like, yeah, I'm a member of the alliance. But yeah, so that was cool, and then yeah, that's about it. I'm kind of just playing Baldur's Gate and chilling. Oh, I played Grounded finally. Did I talk about that last week? Or was that this week?
I don't recall. I don't recall you talking about Grounded.
Yeah, so my girlfriend and I have been trying to find games to play together, and she's a big survival game fan. She really loves them. So we booted up. We gave Grounded a shot, right?
Mhm.
Because I was interested in it. It was the first survival game I've really ever been interested in because I think the concept is really neat. And I played it for 2 hours, and I'm gonna give it a couple more sessions. But man, hey guys, that is a very survival game.
Yep.
Oh
It
shit.
is.
Okay.
They advertise it kind of as like, oh, it's an adventure. No, it is very much a traditional survival game in almost every.
Yep.
So that's something you
Damn.
should
Yeah.
be ready for. And then I don't know, more Street Fighter.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. All right. What about you? What about you? You guys play anything cool?
No,
New? No.
not
Uh,
cool.
No. Did you play something that wasn't cool, but you put time into it that was worth talking about?
No, don't play Diablo 4. There's so much that has to be fixed with that game.
No. You should play Diablo 4. You should play through
Well,
the
the campaign's
campaign.
good. The campaign's good. Once you finish the
Yeah.
campaign, put it down.
Yeah, that campaign's a good 40,
Yeah, the
50
campaign
hours.
was sick. The campaign was
Well,
sick.
yeah. Like my girlfriend and I played through that campaign, and we loved every minute of it. It's just the post game is very.
Yes. Yeah.
Which like we're messing around with it casually, but we're not doing the seasonal content. Like we're
Right.
not playing the seasonal content at all. So for us, that game is still good because the second they told I don't like games that make me delete my new character when the season starts.
Mhm.
So I'm probably never gonna play Diablo seasonal content until they put out a new expansion. Versus, which like I realize World of Warcraft is an MMO, but it has seasons. Like if they just took that model and was like, "Yep, you can have your character as long as you want it. Here you go, no problems." Yeah. So, all right. Well, so what is your issue with it? I should say because I am curious because I've heard different complaints from different people in regards to the
It's
issues with the new season.
the and I don't think it's just the season. I think it's just the current state of Endgame. I think in like I think probably before Path of Exile 2 comes out, it'll be a much better game.
Well, it
But
has to be.
like yeah. The grind is rough if you want to switch playstyles or builds. It's like incredibly expensive with in-game currency. You have to swap out like your entire gear set. You have to swap your skills. You have to swap your Paragon points.
I definitely noticed that myself when I was playing it casually because I definitely noticed that myself when I was playing it casually because I got we got into Endgame and we were messing around with it a little bit. This was before the seasonal content started. and I very much ended up very annoyed, I guess is the best way I could put it, by the fact that it's like, oh yeah, to extract these legendary aspects, it costs a small fortune, and these
Yeah.
legendaries are like super key in your build being worth a shit.
Yes, and then you also
So
have to imprint those aspects onto gear, and that's also really expensive. But then if you're going to switch your whatever your main skill is that you're using, you have to redo all of your legendaries and all of your gear. But not only that, you have to redo your skill tree, and then you have to redo your paragon tree, and that's like 365 points of stuff that
okay,
you have to click one by one.
so do you remember? I, I'm going to use Warcraft as an example for this. So, do you remember when Dragonflight got rid of all the shitty respecking, tedious bullshit from Shadowlands,
Mm-hmm.
and like it made Endgame for World of Warcraft good again
Yeah,
because
why
you didn't
wouldn't you
have
do
to.
that here?
You didn't have a million grinds to have to worry about.
Yeah.
It feels like they said, okay, we can't put that in World of Warcraft anymore because it pissed everyone off. Let's put it in
Let's
Diablo
put it in Diablo.
instead.
Yeah, it'd be so much easier if you wanted to switch builds and you could like prep loadouts. So you have a loadout for one build and a loadout for another build, and then at a button you just switch over. Like that would have been infinitely better than the way the system is designed now. And then on top of that, like nightmare dungeons, which are like the core grinding mechanic, you get items that increase in tier, which increases like monster life and damage. And like they introduce new mechanics into the dungeons. The higher the tiers you go, they're just not fun. Legion events happen every like hour. They're so trivial that
And
like
they
you
are
run through it in like
so
3 minutes.
tedious too.
They
They're
are
like
tedious. Yeah.
what's that fucking grind? The blood grind thing? Because like that was, oh my
Oh
god,
yeah, that's a pain in the
the
ass.
post game thing. That's like the
Mm-hmm.
bloodstone grind. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh god.
And like I just went through and grabbed every altar of Lilith because that carries over from season to season at least. But like that grind was not fun. Doing the map reveal grind because that also carries over was not fun. I mean the game like it punishes you for playing it.
I mean, yeah, and the thing is like it kind of reminds me of Shadowlands in the sense that it reminds me of Shadowlands in the sense that like it makes you engage with every system even if you don't want to. And it's like it reminds me of like, man, you really hate Torghast. Well, guess what? If you want your legendaries, you better get ready to farm fucking Torghast.
Yes. Yeah.
Like that's what it reminds me of, and it's just like, okay, did no one from the Warcraft team come over and see this and go, guys, this is a bad idea. We moved entirely away from this.
Mhm.
I get that like part of the game takes place in hell, but you don't have to like make the whole game feel like hell.
Yeah.
You didn't have to do that.
Yeah, man, it's a bummer. It's a real bummer because I really I really enjoyed I really enjoyed that game's campaign, and I even enjoyed the post game to an extent. Like I was having fun with it, but it definitely did feel like a grind
Mm-hmm.
at times. It's just that the combat is so good, I was kind of willing to ignore it. Um,
And then too, my game crashes like every hour whenever I alt tab out of the game.
yeah, I don't know why
It'll
that
just
you
lock down
have that issue.
my entire PC. Well, it happens to a lot of people, and like people are online are like, "Oh, I found a fix and this did it, and I found a fix and this did it." And I've done like every one of those fixes that I found, but none of it is taking care of my issue.
That's so interesting because like after I solved my shadow play issue, I didn't have any more problems.
Yeah, my
After
game will like lock up, and then everything will lock up, and then I'll blue screen, and I'll be like, "Okay."
That sucks. Like,
It's a great experience because when that happens and you're in a dungeon, you lose the key for the dungeon and everything, like all the progress that you made in it too. That also happens.
Great.
Yeah,
that's such
would
a
not
bummer.
recommend it.
I can see. Yeah, I can see why, man. All right, well,
Anyway, that's all I played for the last 2 weeks because I hate myself. So someone else go.
man, Yeah, like what the fuck? Why did you do that to yourself? That's what I want to know.
It's that core gameplay mechanic I think is enough, but I don't think it's enough to
really
like
good.
carry it.
Like it just feels like Shadowlands all over again. It's like WoW's dungeon and raid content is so good that a lot of people are willing to suffer through Soulbinds and Torghast and like all the other out exterior bullshit. But man, most worked. It's because like no matter how good your loop is, like people are not willing to grind in that fashion in that way anymore. You know,
Yep.
like in Dragonflight, the raid experience is just like if you want to raid or do Mythic Plus, okay, finish the story. All right, cool. Go gear, and then that's the only thing you have to keep track of is gearing.
Yep.
If you really want to do other shit like the crafting grind and the enchant grind, you can, but that you can just gold around that. So, yeah. So, all right, well, cool. All right, man. What about you, Aaron? You play anything?
Nothing. I haven't had a chance to play a whole lot of anything except for a little bit of Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, we did that Monkey Island DLC. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Sorry. I thought that was cool. I thought that so I was the only one in our little posse who has played the Monkey Island games.
Mm-hmm.
References
And
are so cool though.
They are.
great.
I was geeking out the entire time. Like, oh, there's the three pirates who interview you, and the fucking like. There's so much good shit in regards to fun references, and I absolutely
And the
love
jugs of root beer.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
that was funny. I really enjoyed the red herring joke. Yeah,
Mhm.
that got Parker.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I need to go back and clip that episode for that exact reason.
Oh.
Lordy.
Oh, seriously, I know it's a red herring. Just go get it anyway.
It's like, oh yeah, sure, bro. It's like, no, that's what the quest
It's
is.
what it says.
Red herring, you dumbass.
Uh,
That was hilarious.
That was
when
funny.
I watched it, I was just like,
yeah, like my girlfriend was watching the stream and she immediately texted me. That was one of the funniest
burst out
things
laughing.
Yeah, that was one of the funniest things she's seen on our stream.
Oh god.
So
Yeah, I don't know. There wasn't a whole lot of fighting or anything, but it was definitely like a little point and click adventure, kind of fun. Solving puzzles.
It very much played like a Monkey Island game, and it was very simple puzzle solving, that kind of thing. But if you like Monkey Island, you like it had a very good sense of humor. It was very funny.
Yeah.
Apparently, instead of doing 5 episodes like Pirates of the Caribbean, it's only getting 3.
All right.
So
Sure.
that is something to consider. Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I think that I'm curious to see how they're going to handle the next 2 episodes, and if we're going to go to Monkey Island itself. That's another thing I'm going to be curious about with it. But
I would assume the third episode, right? They gotta.
I would
That's gotta
assume
be
that
the.
the episode is Monkey Island itself.
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that was cool. I liked it. It actually kind of made me want to hop back into Sea of Thieves. The problem is we all have different shit that we want to be doing in Sea of Thieves.
Yep. No,
Yeah.
you gotta. I told you, you got 3 people. You just need one more.
Yeah, you know.
And then you can do your
Man,
griefing stream.
you could be our 4th griefer.
I'm not. It's not my life. I don't do
Come
that.
on, embrace the evil in your heart.
It's not there.
It is.
No.
Everyone has a bit of evil. Embrace it.
I do, but not in that game.
Uh,
God damn it.
I love sailing. I love sailing and then digging up some treasure and then heading back and then oh god, there's a ghost ship.
I mean, to be fair, you could be our repair and sail guy while we're doing all the griefing.
I know. We've tried. We've tried this, but
I don't know. You know, just you fix the boat and captain the boat. We're gonna go murder people while you do it.
no, the moment it happened, I didn't participate in any of the griefing, but the person was like, "Please don't sink me. I've got some quest shit." please don't, please don't. And we sunk him and took away his stuff. We didn't even get anything good. And he's gone. I was like, man, fuck Sea of Thieves. This game is bullshit. I'm not doing this.
I'm like, this is the best game ever made.
Ugh,
No, like
terrible.
part of the reason that I'm not super interested in WoW Classic Hardcore is
Mhm.
that there's not PvP servers, so you
I
can't
find
just
that
fucking.
weird.
Well, it's because they don't want people like they moved most of the griefing tools from this one death game. Granted, people will find a way around like that.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that thing I posted a while back, a couple weeks back, where it was just like, oh yeah, this guy raided with this team in hardcore for a year, got to like the
Oh
third
yeah.
to yes, and I was just like, this is the best grief of all time. This is so what it was is okay. For those of you that don't know what WoW Classic hardcore is it's World of Warcraft Classic, vanilla WoW, but you can only die once. After if you die once, it's game over. You have to delete your character.
Mhm.
That is the rule. Okay, so you're done. You're done. GG. And this guild raided together, did content together, did all this stuff together for an entire year, and got to like the fourth to last boss of Classic, right?
Mhm.
With no deaths, right? And this one raid member, on this particular boss, decided he was gonna grief, and on the like third to last boss of Classic, got everyone killed. Got 36 out of 40 people killed. An entire year of gameplay. Just
Gone.
gone.
Oh God.
The best part is the guy's name, his screen name was Tiny Violin.
Great.
Um, to add into
Son
this
of a
though,
bitch.
he went on a Warcraft podcast later, like the week after, and apparently some people were being very loose with the definition of one death in hardcore. Because it's all being tracked through an add-on, and like they were doing, and some of them did appeals and whatnot, even though they died, so they got their character reinstated by the add-on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um,
Blizzard granted the appeal for the people that he killed.
Yes. So, but yeah, man, that's and his thing was like, well, this isn't the spirit of hardcore. People are abusing the appeal system, so it was Judgment Day. And I was just like, this is why I love old MMOs. You're not gonna get this in current WoW. You're not gonna
Nope.
get this in Final Fantasy.
Hell no.
You're not gonna get this in STO or SWTOR or Guild Wars. You're only gonna get this in the lawless, degenerate wasteland that is MMOs made prior to 2005. Ugh,
Yeah, pretty much.
it was so awesome, so awesome. Yeah. I just love listening to the stream when it happens. Like, holy shit, he's griefing. You know?
Good lord.
Yeah. And the
Uh,
best part is he couldn't get banned because during the recording and the stream, he played it off like, oh no, I just made a mistake.
uh-huh.
You know? Like he was just like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought I was supposed to pull to the other corner. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Yeah. He did end up getting a temporary ban on his Twitch channel, though.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So, yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
You know, he embraced the evil in his heart, and I bet he had a great time doing it.
See, the
Oh,
problem
sure.
is if I embraced the evil in my heart in response to something like that, I would do something illegal. That's the problem. It's 0 or 100.
That's fair. For me, it's only video games.
It's like either I'm a very nice person or I'm one of the people that are DDoSing Titanfall 2 because something bad happened there and I'm bringing judgment on everyone.
Yeah, that
Um,
tracks with you actually. That
See,
tracks.
my level of evil is only set in video games.
Mm.
You know,
Oh, this is
that's
the
where
thing,
my
video games. I don't know.
oh yeah, within playing the video game.
Mm.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Lordy.
Ashburn Dragon says Remnant 2 for me. That game did come out recently, and that
It
had been
did.
hyped up quite a bit.
Mother.
How much is that game?
It's $40. I played it for about an hour before I dove into my Diablo 4 hellhole.
Wow. Now that
It
you're on
was
the
fun.
other
The
side
hour
of
was fun.
Diablo,
That hour was fun.
would you
Yeah.
consider
now
going
that
back
I
to
can pass
Remnant?
through, I would. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I would love to hear back because, man, there's too many video games out.
There is, dude.
I want to check it out, but I want to check it out with a group of people, and I already have at least one group of people that are like, let's play Baldur's Gate 3, and then at some point let's play together. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then you have the fun that is, hey man, guess what? Starfield out in 3 weeks.
Starfield coming out
That's
in less
right.
than a month.
And
It's
then
okay.
you
It's going to
also
be super shitty at launch. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I need to finish all my games so I can make space.
Nah, man. And then you have Sea of Stars out in also 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Cyberpunk out in a month.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Mortal Kombat and Liza P out in about a month as well.
Forgot about Liza P.
And then
Right,
you
yeah.
also, in 2 months, you have Mario, Metal Gear, Spider-Man, Forza, Alan Wake. Yeah, so, you know.
It's like all the good shit's coming out in the next like 3 months.
Yep. All the good shit.
4 months.
All the best shit. Yep.
All the best shit.
Yep, exactly. So, yeah, man. No, we're returning to the old world where
Nature is healing.
all the best shit comes out from like August onward.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah. All right.
Shit.
All right. Well, we got anything else? Anything else people interested in? You know.
I'd say I
All
played
right.
some games this last week.
Okay.
You did?
I did.
All right, go on.
I played some Guardians on my Xbox.
Guardians of the
Nice.
Galaxy.
Yeah.
That was my game of the year 2021. I really loved it.
I can see why it was your game of the year in 2021. It's so fun. Soundtrack is always a banger.
It is. It's a bummer that the game that you like, if you stream it, that shit turns off.
I know it sucks, but that's okay because I have the soundtrack on my phone, so I could just be like, wee.
Yep.
I've also been playing Pikmin 4. Got some more progress on that one. I've unlocked all 4 areas in Pikmin 4.
All right.
Mostly done with. I finished the first area. Mostly done with the second. Partially done with the third, and little progress on the fourth.
Okay.
So hopefully I'll get some more time into that later. I also picked up Disney Illusion Island this last weekend.
That game looks fun. I remember playing the like Illusion games as a kid on like the Genesis and stuff.
Oh, this is
like
not like Castle of Illusion or anything like that. No, this is the Metroidvania.
Yeah, it's like the Metroidvania platformer indie game,
but without
right?
the combat.
Oh.
Which is interesting, but it's still really
That's
fun.
interesting.
We just got a sub.
Oh,
hey!
What's up,
Nice.
Lil Wolf Streams?
Hey, Lil Wolf Streams.
Catching us
Hey,
right at
Steph.
the end here.
Yep.
And I was telling Aaron this yesterday. All the games that I've picked up for my Switch that came out this year are more than likely going to get nominated at the Game Awards for like family games.
Nice.
I mean, yeah.
Return to Dreamland Deluxe have up to 4 players. Pikmin 4 co-op and Disney Illusion Island 4 players.
Yeah, and I think, and then the Switch in general is having a great year and I think Zelda is also fairly family friendly.
Yeah.
So, all right. I think that's it, unless anyone's played anything else.
Nope.
I plan on playing stuff in the future. We'll see if that
happens. We'll see what happens.
Who knows?
Baldur's Gate. There you go. Just play a bunch of Baldur's Gate.
Play a shit ton of Baldur's Gate.
I'm here to tell you
Uh,
about the character creator I spent 8 hours in. Here are my
Yes.
thoughts.
Man, continuing my I literally just made my Final Fantasy character, but in Baldur's Gate. That's
Yeah.
all I did.
Yeah.
So, all right. Do we have anything else?
I think that's it. What are we doing this week?
Is there a link to Kick? I mean, it's just kick.com/supergamecraft.
Suppose we should put a link on the Twitch page, but yeah, just kick.com/supergamecraft. That's where we're at.
Yep. Tuesday, I don't know what we're doing yet.
We'll find something.
We'll find something. Might even just do a duo stream, mess around, play video
Yeah,
games.
exactly.
You know, I can get Anthony on, and Anthony and I, you can hear Anthony and I have our Rick and Morty yelling moment of Mythic Plus.
Yeah, you definitely need to share that so that we can make that the primary stream. Because when we do duo streams and I'm just doing single player stuff, and then you guys are just yelling your heads off, it's a very confusing stream.
Loud noises. All right. Okay. Well, everybody. Yeah. So Tuesday we'll have some duo stream, some fun stuff going on. Twitch.tv/supergamecraft. Kick.com/supergamecraft. Yes, I am. I'm gonna help you with your stream stuff tomorrow. Then Thursday, we are finally starting our Dark Souls run,
Supposedly.
barring no unexpected things coming up. It got pushed one more week because of our special guest person who fucking got his schedule backwards. So,
God damn it.
you know.
Yep.
Dark Souls, hell yeah, let's go. Yes. We are doing a Dark Souls LP with me at the controls, with our of Dark Souls 1 with our good friend Ray from Roving Dumpster Fire.
Mm-hmm. It'll be a fun one. That'll be a fun one. You, as long as everything goes according to plan, you won't want to miss it.
It won't. It won't.
You say this now, Bronson.
I can already tell you
according to plan.
You won't want to miss it. One stream is at least us going to be shooting arrows at a dragon's tail to get a really good sword. That is one thing I remember of my brief time with that game.
Yes, yeah.
So, all right, so it's just gonna be you dying a bunch on the first boss. Got it. No, we don't. We don't. You purposely die on the first boss because that's part of the story. So I guess it'll be me dying on the first boss once, then me dying on the second boss like a bunch of times.
Yeah, but you gotta try.
I'm gonna try. I always try.
Yeah.
I actually almost killed the first Demon Souls when that you're supposed to die to. So.
All
right. Well, anyway, you look forward to that, and then next Sunday, because Evo won't be happening then, Sunday morning SmackDown.
Yep.
So, all right, guys. Bye. We love you.
See
You're
ya.
beautiful people.
Follow, subs, all that fun stuff.
Yep. Throw money and hookers at us. Thank you.
Sure. You know what? Sure.
Why not?
Yep.